An Indiana abortion bill was signed into law by the state's Republican governor. Effective on September 15th, Indiana abortion clinics will lose their licenses if they perform abortions. Doctors who perform the procedure illegally or those who do so legally without reporting it will also lose their licenses. Abortions will still be legal in cases of rape and incest, but only before 10 weeks post-fertilization. 10 weeks. And the procedure will still be allowed when the health of the mother is in jeopardy or if the fetus is diagnosed with a lethal anomaly. Joining us now, Democratic State Representative from Indiana, Rita Fleming. She's also a doctor who spent more than 3 decades as an OBGYN. Thank you so much for joining us. If you could give us a sense of what this is going to mean for your constituents.
This law will have strict repercussions across the board for the people of Indiana. And the unfortunate thing is that I have offered, in fact, the day prior to this vote, that would significantly decrease abortions in the state of Indiana. But this was rejected by the supermajority.
Katty Kay.
And the provisions that are in the bill, just to be clear and to lay it out for everybody else, would this mean that no one could cross into Indiana anymore to have abortions? You've had the rights protected in Kansas. Is that going to be the nearest place that Indiana women can go to get their abortions?
No, Illinois is really the closest state. But again, instead of focusing so much on being so divisive about this issue, we could have legislation to make birth control much more accessible to women, and that would significantly decrease abortion. It has in other states like North Carolina, South Carolina. They have passed legislation that women can go to a pharmacy and be prescribed and dispensed safe birth control. I've offered this for 4 years. This would significantly decrease abortions, yet the Republicans continue to reject this. That doesn't make sense. That's how you decrease abortion.
And what's the situation with medical abortions now in Indiana? Some doctors in states that are banning abortion procedures are still talking about the possibility of women in their states being able to receive morning after pills, potentially through the mail. Will that be protected in Indiana?
The morning after pill will not be affected. What my concern is, as a physician, is particular obstetrician, is who is going to judge when the life of the mother is in danger? How sick does a woman have to get before you say, well, termination is the only option that can save? As an obstetrician, we are faced with long hours. We're up at night. We're away from our family. We always have a risk of malpractice hanging over our heads. Now, obstetricians will have to worry about going to lose my license because this woman wasn't sick and wasn't yet septic when we decided term was the only option to keep her possibly healthy.
Madam Representative, we just saw in Kansas a few days ago a real surge of voter enthusiasm, particularly, but not exclusively, among Democrats to defeat an amendment to the Constitution there. Now, an exact provision won't be possible in Indiana, but what are you seeing there on the ground? Are you seeing voter registration totals go up? Are you seeing a rush from Democrats to get people signed up to go to the polls to potentially overturn some of the state election office holders this fall to maybe then change course sometime next year?
I think, and I hope that people will see that for common sense solutions, because people tend to be moderate. We are caring individuals. We are concerned. We want our families to do well. And when we approach things from an extremist point of view, regardless of which side you're on, that doesn't sit well with Indiana voters. We want people who work for bipartisan solutions, who are doing the best to help our constituents, not to further an extremist cause on either side.
All right, Doctor and Indiana State Representative Rita Fleming, thank you very much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it.